Atlanta Falcons. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Deion Jones. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. Now back to throw.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick 6 to take the lead.
Partner, you have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say their plan worked to perfection.
To try here for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken from about the 12. And able to get this out to the 25.
And the Falcons going to use another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find two unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here, two heavyweights in the NFL.
You're right about that, and you think about recent memories, so let's take a little ginkgo right now and go down memory lane, right? 2007, 7-0 Colts, 8-0 Patriots. The Pats won 24-20. They ended up going 16-0 in the regular season before they lost in the Super Bowl against the Giants. How about 2015? 6-0 Broncos, 6-0 Packers. Denver won 29-10. And in 2020, Steelers and Titans were both 5-0. Pittsburgh won that one.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
So this game of ours, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week. Two unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while, but two teams like this, and I remember in preseason you looked at schedules and said, I think these two are on a collision course. It'd be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw here. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's got some space here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 33 yards that time.
Well, it doesn't matter where you put him, lined up in the backfield or split out like he was there. He can be a weapon when he gets that ball in his hands.
Yeah, and this is nothing more than a simple screen pass, but he does a really nice job of showing patience and letting his blockers get out in front of him. And he turns it into really nice yardage.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Arnold on the carry.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, you have the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really in.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
Second and 7.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, Most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
2nd and 11. Over the middle, complete. It's Campbell.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
In the passing game here in the first half, they must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Kamara up the middle. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. He'll look to throw. Catch made here by Campbell. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll get the other way with the football. The Saints decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons defense stands tall to get the football back. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
He's got this almost to the 30 before going in. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Nearly 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Second and 3. And complete to Drake London. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. Pick up there at 22.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. He'll look to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal win.
And what a luxury it is that the kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Throw here.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. But he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Gets his guy out of front.
So many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progression, situations, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now you get to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
This one complete to Carr Samuel. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
On second down, Kamara fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on third down.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it the third man to go with that lead.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Now here's Samuel on the end around. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
Patterson's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
That is caught by Anderson.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 36. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Kevin Ridley as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's good for 28 yards.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That ball caught by Campbell.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly do.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to stand at 3rd and 1 here.
And if there's that kind of yardage on the pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head scratcher
pressure there, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Here we go, set. Right, 60.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there. A big gainer.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
From back at the 8 now after the false start. Another try at first and goal.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
45 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year.
As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. This one away, and off it goes.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to...
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 45 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. Back to throw again.
Alvin Kamara rolling it in on back-to-back plays. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
They'll look to throw again.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD. That's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Marlon Davidson
breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll look to throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one. And it's third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The Saints on third down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Patterson's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. There are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Marcus May with a pick. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible. Try and throw it into the
touchdown, New Orleans.
Kenny Yeboah,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
And this is back to a 5-point game.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close. 1-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
10 seconds.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
Come on, set. Let's go. Go set.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation. And taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. He's got his man. This is Tate. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 3rd and 4 now. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch. I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Open. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run this one in. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. The extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Falcons are going to have a short field here as they take over right at the 50. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First and 10, it's Patterson. Tackle there by Jerry Tillery. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. Touchdown, Falcons! A great effort there. His third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season.
And the Falcons are going to be moving to 10-0 as they add on to this big lead.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the fourth quarter.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Second and 10.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort.